Hi, welcome to Depression Vlog. I'm not sure what letter I randomly place on my keyboard, but it is a Tuesday during spring break. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to have this one about. I was just at a bonfire. It was really cool. I was with a couple of friends. We played a game, and basically, I got spy first one, and it was the only time I got spy. And then they were like, wait, so what do we do? And then, of course, guess what happened? It got all canceled out and stuff, and then I didn't get to play as spy. And I was really interested, and then it all got ruined. Yeah, and they're kind of in between games of D&D, and I'm not quite sure what I want my next character to be. Kind of want to make a monk, but I might actually make a character right now. This could be a good way, to do this. So I'm gonna go on to Roll20, and so we're gonna start a game, and I decided, hey, I see this mystic. It's on the thing. What's the thing? It's in one of the Unearthed Arcanas, and I was like, hey, let's try this out. And since he's a new DM, I decided I was gonna just remake a different character. So let me log in real quick. So Roll20 is really cool. So basically, you get to play Dungeons and Dragons over the internet, and that's really cool to me, because a lot of the time it's hard to put together a session to play in real life. It's sometimes it's hard to get together, but you can just get to your computer and then you can play. That's really nice. Alright, so I decided that I'm just gonna throw in a few pictures. It's gonna be great. So let's roll some d6s. So the first thing you gotta do for your character is gotta roll your stats. So for Roll20, you type in /r space 4d6d1. So I'm gonna roll that, and I got a 15, so that's pretty good. So let's put that right here. So 15. Alright, I'm gonna do it again. Got a 12. Pretty good character so far. Got a 13. Got another 13. Got a 15. And got a 16. So I rolled really good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. So I got all my stats. So I am actually just going to roll for what character I play. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm just going to roll a d12 /r space 1d12. I got 4. So the fourth one is 1, 2, 3, 4. A druid. Alright, I'll play as a druid. So, a druid. And then race. I'm going to open up Adventurous League races. So, Adventurous League races. Playable races. So I'm thinking I'm just going to choose instead of rolling. But I'm not sure. Obviously, I could be anything. I think I'm gonna play as a moon. No, I don't know what kind of druid I want to play. I'll decide that later. But I need to look at my... Oh, you know what could be cool? If I go with a melee druid. So I can use, like, shillelagh and stuff. Or Or I could just play as like a really high strength druid, and I could multi-class into fighter at some point. It could be great. And I can like be nature magic fighter boy. So I'm gonna go with human. So I'm gonna be a variant human. Human variant. Alright, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my 16 into wisdom. And then I'm gonna put 16 into dexterity. I'm gonna put one of my 15s into dexterity, and then I'm gonna use my racial +1 to make it into a 16. And then I would like to be a talkative guy, so I'm gonna put a 16 into charisma. So that's all my high stats out of the way. Now, I didn't roll any low stats, so it's not like I can have anything super low. So that's a good thing. But I don't need high strength because I'm going to be using wisdom as my attacking attribute. So I have 12 strength, so that means intelligence is going to be 13. Constitution is going to be 30. I'm going to trade my charisma and my constitution around. So I'm going to have 13 charisma, 16 constitution. So I'm a thick boy. So I have a 30 speed as a druid. I'm going to grab the... I'm going to be a level 2 druid, level 1 fighter. And I'm going to start off as my first level being fighter. Because we're starting off at level 3. And then I'm going to multi-class 2 levels into druid. So I'm going to start off as fighter, and I'm going to go 2 levels into druid. So let me just put this as fighter, level 1, and then druid level 2. Okay. So later on I'll take another level into fighter, but I'll do a mixture of the two. Actually, if I trade out my dexterity for my intelligence, then is that a good idea? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna keep that high dex. So in feats, because as a first level variant human, you get a feat. So what I'm going to grab is the Polearm Master feat. Reason why is because then I can use my bonus action to attack with a glaive. It says when you take the action with an attack with only a glaive, halberd, or quarterstaff, you can use a bonus action to make a melee attack with the opposite end of the weapon. The weapon damage dice is a D4, and the attack deals bludgeoning damage. Now, something cool about this is I can use a quarterstaff one-handed with a shield. So I'm going to take the one-handed fighting style. So, and I'm always going to use Shillelagh for it. So I'm going to grab Polearm Master. So I'm going to have a quarterstaff. Something cool about Roll20 is you can go in, there's a compendium that you can just drag and drop things on your character sheet. So I have this, but I'm going to be able to use my wisdom modifier plus wisdom modifier to damage, and it deals a d8 damage. So that's going to be my main attacking weapon. I get an extra +2 damage due to single weapon fighting style. For that, I'm going to start off with some... what's going to be best for fighter. So Fighter 5th edition. So I can get like chainmail. I'm trying to find it. So it says right here, starting equipment, chainmail or leather longbow and 20 arrows. Well, obviously I'm going to go for the chainmail because it will give me better AC. Plus I have a shield, so I'll be AC boy. So let me grab chainmail, and let me grab a shield. So I could min-max it and have my dex not be that high, but I kind of want a high initiative, and I want to be able to grab the shield master feat later on and be good at dex saves. So fighters, they get where do I find what type of thing they are? So fighters, they get strength and constitution. Okay. So I get strength and constitution took those, which is really nice so I can keep concentration on my weapon, on my shillelagh, which I don't think actually takes concentration, but doesn't matter. So with the Polar Master, since any weapons made with the shillelagh are a D8 damage, then it negates that second only D4 damage attack, so I'll be able to do 2 attacks, both with shillelagh, just being, you know. So next thing we gotta do is gotta choose what kind of druid I want to be. So I'm not quite sure on this one. But I'm thinking that there's one. I'm just gonna cut this out. Hale, keep in mind, cut this out. So there we go. Circle of the land. Circle of the land. Druid. Because I don't want to use my wild shapes, because I want to be basically a fighter. Like if you play in Baldur's Gate, one of your first companions is like is a fighty chick. I basically kind of want to be like her. Baldur's Gate 2, I think. So obviously I get a bonus cantrip, and I want to choose circle. I want to choose like the grass one. So when we get to level 6, I will be able to cast haste and daylight. 3rd level, I'll be able to cast invisibility and pass all 3s. So that'll add to my sneaky boy status. So that'll be good. So I'll be like I'll be a master of all, I'll be a jack of all, master of none, if you know what I'm saying. but that's okay. I'm fine with this. So, next thing I want to do is I want to roll for hit points. So, I have high hit points. I have 16 Constitution. I have D8 hit points. So I get 10 at first level. So that's 13 hit points. 13. 2d8 plus 6 because we are level 3. So I have 31 hit points. Oh, geez. I rolled really well. So I'm going to be the upfront melee, bash everything with a little axe. By little axe, I mean shooter boy. By little shooter boy, I mean quarterstaff. So, I'm a grassland boy. I am a human, so I cannot see in the dark. Can't see. Oh no. Oh no, I grabbed the shield spell and not the shield item. I always do that. Alright, so when I get to level 4, I'm going to increase my wisdom to 18. And then that'll up my hits. So that'll be nice. That's really cool. I like that. The good old shillelagh combo. You know, bang bong. Yeet, yeet. I'm going to be doing lots of... Oh, geez. I just did 2 13s. Obviously, I will fall behind eventually, just due to the fact that I won't have as many attacks as well. Actually, I will for a while. Obviously, after I get to at level 10, my hope is I'll be level 5 Battle Master Fighter and level 5 Druid. And then I will be able to cast Haste on myself, and I'll have 2 attacks. So I'll be able to have 4 attacks in total. So that'll be good. So, let's do skills. So what background do I want? Let me just look up backgrounds. 5e on the internets. Backgrounds. Wikipedia. So obviously I was a fighter. So I kind of want to so you know Neverwinter Nights 2. You start off as a harbor folk. I kind of want to be like that. So, I'm going to be a harbor folk, which is apparently a thing from Elemental Evil. So, let me pull this up on my second monitor. So, my personality trait. This is harbor folk. Let me see if there's a better one for what I'm looking for. Harbor folk. I'm looking for what are they? Like a swamp man. What do they call the people in Neverwinter Nights 2? Let me look up Kalak Cha. Neverwinter Nights 2. Kalak Cha. Means shard bearer. Which I won't go into why it's called that. Um, so, um, they're just called harbor folk because they're from West Harbor. West Harbor, I'm a harbor folk. Yeah, that's the kind of a voice I'm looking for. I help the city grow and strive. Let's see, so I can't sing, but that never stops me from doing it loudly. Everybody loves a good sea shanty. That's the way to go. I'm gonna be kind of a fun character, hopefully. Oh, geez, I just pasted the entire, Polar Master feat as my personality trait. Can't sing very well, but I sure do. So my ideals. I can be calm, windblown, aspiring, salty. I can be a salty shaman. Selfless, and let them drown. Oh. For all things where there is a tide, I set sail when it's right, and mend my nets when it's not. Wind blown. I go where the wind blows. No man or woman tells me when or where to sail. I will gain the favor of Zora, Zora patron, maybe even one of the blades. Salty. I want people to look at me as an expert on plying Mole Master Harbor. Selfless. We're all children of the sea. I help everyone in peril floating ashore. That's what I'm thinking of. Thinking of just, being just like a dude, I don't want much pay, nice farmer folk. Except for obviously I'll be I once lost everything but my rowboat. I'll do anything to protect it. I once again, I don't want to be like a harbor folk in that way. I want to be. I I want to be like more of a like a swampy like harbor folk. I would do anything to protect the other harbor folk. They are my family. There we go. And flaws. I drink too much, which causes me to miss the tide. Book learning is always a waste of time. I have no patience for people who don't speak from experience. I don't really like much of these, but I do kind of like book learning as a waste of time. Because my character, he's smart, but he's not, too smart. He's more yeah, he's wise. I speak what the tides tell me. So I am a harbor folk. The tides tell me what I need to, what they need to say. So wild shapes. How many wild shapes do I get? I just get 2, right? Yeah. And I get 3 cantrips. So obviously, my entire character is based on Shillelagh. Shall let's just look up spells. It's shillelagh, right? Yeah, Alright, shillelagh. Druidcraft. Because I want to be able to make little pretty flowers for the... I want to make pretty flowers for the lassies. Druidcraft. And I also want to grab Produce Flame. Produce Flame. You know? I'm not sure if that fits quite well. I might change that, but obviously none of the stuff I'm doing is final. And I currently get 3 plus, so I get 5 spells I can put in. So 5 spells. So obviously I'm gonna grab Cure Wounds and Healing Word are obviously 2 spells that you kinda gotta have if you're gonna play as a healer type. I'm gonna grab Fairy Fire. Let's go on to... Now, there's a nice website called Dungeon. And I use them a lot because they have tons of spells and stuff. So, Dungeon spells. So I can sort by class and level. So let's go into Druid. What first level spells do I want? Ooh, Entangle. Actually, I know that min-maxing wise, Grassland is the best, but is there a swamp one? Arctic, coast, desert, forest, grassland, mountain, swamp. Man. You know I gotta grab swamp. You know. Swamp is just... Yeah, I'm going with swamp. Yeah, I gotta be a swampy boy. Swamp. It's not the most optimal choice, but it makes the most sense. I get an extra +1 to hit and a damage with quarterstaffs. Wait, is it a +1 to... Yeah. So I have a quarterstaff, and I'm just gonna go bonk, 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 you know. I'm like gonna be that crotchety old man that's like, what are you doing? Bang! You know, bonk him on the head. Except for I'm obviously not gonna bonk him on the head, because that's rude. I can't sing, but that never stops me from doing it loudly. Everybody loves a good sea shanty. Alright, so that's my character almost done. I can't think of much more there really is to do beyond the basics. The other party members are a life druid and a elven artificer that might be changing races for the same reason, or classes for the same reason that I'm changing classes, which is new DM. You know, we don't want to throw curveballs at him on testing content. Yes, that's pretty much it for my character. So obviously this is a new form of depression vlogs, and I want to know if this has any. This is better, worse, the same. Sorry, my chair's a little squeaky. Um, than the rest. I'm gonna try out a new one. I don't think this is gonna be a depression vlog actually. I don't know. This might be, my crossover. You know, this is gonna not be a depression vlog. Yeah, this isn't a depression vlog. Depression vlogs are me out in the world making a good old vlog on depression. I'm pretty happy right now. Um, the house hurt and helped me when I was hurt, and I asked nothing in return. I owe them my life. Sorry. Yeah. So I'm gonna name this something else. I'm just gonna call it making a D&D character. You know? That's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment if you can think of a name for this series, and tell me if you like the format. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.